Hello and welcome back to my channel, Miami Star Tarot. Today I am doing a reading for fire signs, that is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I will be starting with Leo. And this is a love reading for December 2021. I am not taking those. Jeez. So let's do Leo, December 2021. Leo, December 2021. Leo, December 2021, love reading. Leo, December 2021 reading. Leo, December 2021 reading. And I'm going to take the flyers because that's how I started my reads. December 2021 love reading for Leo. December 2021 reading, Leo. I should have started with Aries because that's first, but I started saying Leo and I started thinking about Leo, so I'm finishing it. I'm going to do it for Leo. Aries will be next. Okay, here we go. Two Pentacles. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, Leo, the Empress, and Two of Pentacles. Tower. Nine of Cups. You have the Five of Swords and the Knight of Wands. I'm keeping that one as it came out. Underlying energy is Two of Cups. So definitely there is love potential, Leo, for December for you. I feel like maybe that's kind of what's on your mind as well. It's not just I feel like there's a potential for love to come up. It may not be on your mind, actually. I think that this is kind of a slow moving energy. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like there's the potential here. I don't feel that it's on your mind as much as it is on the other person. So I think I need to back up and kind of start with that. I think there is somebody that's moving toward you in a very slow, in a slow way, slow approach. They see you as the Empress. They see you as someone who's got their life together. And I think they also see you as somebody who you might be a little bit above them, and they may not, like, they see you that way. Like, oh, she's a little out of my league. I'm not sure how to approach. And I feel that the decision that they're trying to, you have two twos here, so you've got decisions going on. I think that potentially you are the one that's going to have to open that door for this person to approach you. I'm not sure they're going to do that on their own. Okay. I feel like in December, this may not happen in December, but I feel like this person, you're going to either meet them or somehow become aware of them. I know that sounds awful, but sometimes we just kind of run into people, know people, but we don't really pay attention or notice them right away. I feel like this person is going to be you're going to become more aware of them in December, of who this person is. And you may become aware of them in a way where you're going to suddenly maybe be having a conversation, and have you ever had that feeling when you're talking to someone and all of a sudden it hits you? I think this person likes me, or this person has a thing for me. I never noticed it. So that's where maybe the awareness is going to come in. Maybe you already know them, but you talk to them, you don't pay attention, and suddenly you're having this conversation and you think, wow, I never noticed this about this person. And I think that's kind of what is going to happen, is you're going to like come to a realization that this person is looking at you in a way that you had no idea. Um, there are decisions to be made. And again, I feel like it's more it's the underlying energy is the Two of Cups. And again, I will say it again, I'm not sure that's necessarily your energy that you're like pushing out to the world. I think it's energy that's coming toward you. Like there is, to me, there really is somebody who is contemplating approaching you, contemplating trying to get to know you a little bit better. And that's basically where it starts and ends with you. Like I think you're just going to become aware of it. I don't think this person has really made themselves very obvious to you at this point. From the bottom of the deck, I automatically want to pull the Tower card out. Clarification for the Tower card. Because I'm trying to figure out, part of me thinks that for some of you Leos out there, when you realize what's going on, it may become a Tower moment for you in a good way. It might, you might notice them for the first time. And that's kind of why I think the Tower card may be there. And you have the Four of Pentacles. Leo, I really think that when you realize who this person is, it might take you a little bit to actually accept the fact that you might start feeling the same way about them. I do. But I don't think it's somebody that you right now have like these grand feelings for. But I think with the Empress card being here is that's how they see you, but it's also your potential to make things happen, like to create this magic. I feel like for a lot of you Leos out there, once you start noticing that how this person reacts toward you, it may become a moment of aha, oh my God, why didn't I see that? Why didn't I feel that before? And it'll bring, so you have the Nine of Cups with that. I think it's going to bring you some moments of joy. And I feel like you guys might experience some moments together where I think it's going to be very passionate, very emotional. But I think in the end, Leo, I don't want this to come off as being negative, because I don't think it's going to end up in a negative way, even though you do have the Tower here. I feel that this is going to fizzle out and it's going to become more of a short-term fling. I don't think that this person was meant for you. I don't think that you're going to be that upset about it. You do have the Five of Swords here, so it is going to be, there's going to be a little hurt in it, I think, and I don't know if it's on your part or their part, but in the end, I just don't think this person's going to be the one for you. I think it might end up just being like a passionate little affair, or I don't want to call it an affair because it's not like they're married and you're married. It's a fling. It's going to be just a happy fling. It's going to be very intense, short-lived, but it's going to bring you happiness. Like it's going to be an experience that you might really enjoy. And I'm going to pull one more card, because what I'm trying to figure out, if it's going to be, if you're going to go somewhere, if it's going to end up like you're going to go somewhere and it's going to happen that way and it's going to happen fast. That's kind of what I'm trying to, you didn't get the Knight of Swords, because if you would have had the Knight of Swords, I would say like this may end up being like a vacation fling or something like that. But let's see. I do want to get a little bit more of a where and a when. Hermit time. So it's either going to be a Virgo, even though I don't put much stock in that, like signs, or it's going to be more, it's not giving me a time frame, but it's going to be more of a lesson for you. Like this person came into your life for a reason, and it might push you to go down the path, a life path that you needed to go. So I honestly feel like this should go more with the Tower. I feel like this fling or this connection to this person may not end up being something horrible for you, but it'll be like an awakening and kind of take you to a path of making a better decision for yourself in general in life. And it could lead you to move somewhere. It might lead you to pursue a relationship with somebody else, like it might open your eyes. And I think that's a good way to put it. It may end up opening your eyes to where you should be in life, Leo. So I do see, I wouldn't call it love, but I would definitely call it some kind of fulfilling fling that might push you to the direction of where you actually need to go. And sometimes we just need to run into certain people in our lives to make us realize what we really want. And I think it's going to be kind of more of that situation. I'm going to go to Aries right now because I started with Leo and I realized it halfway through that it should have been Aries, but I didn't want to change the energy that I was already giving out. So Aries, this is for Aries, December 2021. Aries, December 2021. Aries, December 2021. Love. Aries, December 2021 for love. Aries for love, December 2021. Oh, I will take that. A lot of 9 of Cups. I've got 9 of Cups for almost every sign. I feel like I have. All right, Aries, December 2021. Got 9 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups, Queen of Swords. So far, Cups and Swords. This is for Aries, December 2021. Love reading. 6 of Cups. Okay, I need one more card for Aries 2021. You have Queen of Swords and 6 of Cups on the bottom row. I need one more, please, for Aries. I need one more card for Aries. There it is. Okay. Yours is about reconciliation right off the bat. It's a very strong pull toward making amends. You have 2 cups. 1, 2, 3 cups and 3 swords. Okay. A lot of thinking about love, a lot of contemplating what to do next steps. It's all about emotions, all about the emotions and about doing the right thing. And you got the only, well, no, the 9 of Swords is also very emotionally charged, an emotionally charged card. But you also have the Three of Swords, which is an emotionally charged card as well. The Tower is your overall energy, Aries, which means high emotions, consequences to emotions. And I think it could, in this case, I feel like your emotions are kind of controlling you. I see, Aries, you have the Nine of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Four of Cups. I feel that some of you guys are contemplating getting back together with someone from your past. I think if you have not committed betrayal, but some of you could be the ones that committed it, or you've been the recipient of betrayal in a relationship. It looks like there's going to be a moment where you're really going to consider getting back with this person. I think the other person, more than anything, is going to be asking that of you. If you're the one that was betrayed, I think it's going to throw your emotions up in the air. There's going to be a moment where you're not going to forgive them prematurely. It's not a forgiveness, but it's going to be, you're going to kind of get wrapped up with them again. With this Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is very emotionally charged card, but it's also a card of a short-lived kind of wish fulfillment or a short-lived joy. And I think that some of you guys might prematurely get back with this person and think things are okay. You got the Three of Swords and the Four of Cups. And I think you're going to realize soon after that I think you're going to realize it was too early to do that, because I think that you're still emotionally very hurt. This person, it's too early. There's too many emotions going on. And I don't think that there's been enough time for either one of you guys to process what's going on. But because you have such an emotional tie to this person, that you're going to want to just jump right in and hope that everything can just go back to the way it was. You have the Judgment card here. I got it as a clarifier for the whole spread here. And I don't think that you can really have what you want with this person until you let Judgment take over and happen. Something needs to happen. A consequence needs to happen. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer than what you're wanting it to, or the other person. And if you're the one that caused the betrayal and you're the one that's with this other person, it's more about their inability to trust you or to open up completely. And Judgment needs to happen. Judgment is a process that needs to happen for anything, for justice. When someone's seeking justice, justice doesn't happen overnight. Justice is something that has to happen, and it may look different to certain people. Sometimes justice simply is time, allowing this person to let go of something or to forgive. Judgment also has a lot to do with forgiving. Forgiving hasn't happened here. So you have the Queen of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Two of Swords down here. The Queen of Swords is having to make a decision without using your heart that makes the most sense, the best for everyone, not necessarily what your heart wants, but what your mind knows it's right. So I think this and the Judgment card almost kind of go hand in hand. If I had to choose one to match, I think Judgment needs to happen. You or the other person, I think, needs to allow the process of this emotional incident that happened or may happen in December if it hasn't already happened. There may be something that's going to happen that you're going to have to give it time. Can you get back to where you were? I think the both of you are going to want that. It's not just going to be one-sided. It's just one person is going to struggle more than the other person. It's almost like one person's going to want it to be swept under the rug and let's move on. And they're going to struggle with the fact that the other person can't, and vice versa. It's kind of going to want to be one of those things. Justice needs to happen. And I feel like there has to be some time that you guys stay away from each other to let that happen. If you are not staying away from each other, it's never going to happen. You have the Four of Cups here for a reason, and it's do not acknowledge your emotions and the need of wanting to get back together with this Nine of Cups. Have separation, let justice happen. You will both know when the time is right if you want to get back. You do have the Six of Cups. I totally see you guys working through it. I do. I totally see you guys working through it. There's the Two of Swords here. What it's going to take, again, with this Judgment card is, and the original Two of Swords and the Rider-Waite has this woman that's blinded, like blindfolded, sorry, and she's got the swords like crossing over her like this. And it's basically leaving things to chance without letting your heart be too involved in the decision making. And to me, the blindfold is what's counting here, because you can't think about what you want things to be like, what you need it to be like. You just need to be aware of what it's going to be like. It's almost like you need to let the chips fall where they may and blindly cover that's covering your emotions. The blindfold is covering emotions, even though that's not really that clear. But you're gonna have to cover your emotions and then take the blindfold off when the dust settles and see what's left. It's kind of one of those kind of scenarios. It's you can't force something to happen the way you want it to. I think you really need to have that separation, let the dust settle, then take the blindfold off and see what's left to work with. Can you work with that? If you can, I think you can. You have the Six of Cups. I think you guys have too much going on to kind of abandon this connection at this point. But again, it's going to you need that judgment to happen. And the thing is, it's in the end, the Two of Swords and the Judgment are going to go hand in hand as well. So that's kind of where you are. I do see this is not going to be for every for every Aries out there, but I think it's going to hit some of you guys. It's more of a reconciliation after you've put thought into how you're going to do that, if it can happen. But judgment needs to happen. You need to give it time, because you can't force a connection to reconnect with someone when you're not on the same page. You know, there is a betrayal, and I think you need to let time heal that a little bit and see where you're left after that. Like, you know, people change with time, and I'm not saying you have to wait 6 months, a year. Maybe give it 2-3 months so you guys can think about it. So Aries, I'm not necessarily seeing a lot of love, but I'm seeing healing, and I'm working toward a goal, if that's what you both agree to. So last one here for fire signs is Sagittarius. Those are end Novembers into the first 2/3 of December. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, love for December 2021 for Sagittarius. Love for Sagittarius for December. Love for Sagittarius for December 2021. Love for Sagittarius for December 2021. Love for Sagittarius for December 2021. Jeez. Wheel of Fortune. That one genuinely came out, so I had to take it, even though it was so early on. Two of Swords, decisions, opportunity, decisions. Oh gosh. Seven of Wands. Your cards are flying, Sagittarius, like they're just dying to come out. So the Wheel of Fortune, I like that card. It's a good opening. Choices. Okay, I need 3 more cards, please, for Sagittarius. A few more cards for Sagittarius. There's number 4. All right, I need 2 cards, please. I got 2. All right. Your underlying energy, the Ace of Cups. Okay. Love is your underlying energy, new beginnings, new love, initiating love. That's what's going on here. You have an interesting spread here. You have 3 swords, 2 wands, and it's the 2 wands of, it's not a warning, but it's the wands that mean more like conflicting feelings or out of comfort zone. But you start off with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so Ace of Cups, beginning love, new love, initiation. And the Wheel of Fortune, basically what it comes down to is an opportunity. Everyone gets to spin the Wheel of Fortune various times in their lives. And it looks like you're facing an opportunity right now, or you feel like you want an opportunity right now. 2 of Swords, a decision that you need to make. And the 7 of Wands here at the end is a decision that may cause you to feel guarded. Like it's not a decision that is going to, it's not a decision that's going to be very easy for you to make. And this card, I'm going to take it right away because I wanted it for the 7 of Wands. It's a decision toward love that is going to leave you. It's almost like you don't know which way to go, because one choice is safer than the other choice. And you basically have the 7 of Swords, which is, you know, if you go the route that you are probably thinking, it may put you in a vulnerable position where you are not, it's not going to be a very easy thing to do. It's not a very easy thing to explore. And I feel it's a very lonely road. Like it is not a road where you're going to find a lot of success or opportunity for it to expand in a way that you want it to. And I think you realize that. I think being in the middle and having to choose 2 different routes is what's hard, because you see this opportunity that you want to take, but you see the hardship behind it. And that's, I think, what is driving you a little bit crazy, because on the bottom row right here, you have the 9 of Swords, which is the card of anxiety and the card of guilt, card of nightmares and having a hard time sleeping. It's bothering you. Like it really is bothering you. It's conflicting you. And basically that's kind of the way you feel. Like you see this opportunity, you want to jump, you feel like the Wheel of Fortune has landed and giving you presented you this opportunity, but yet you know that if you take it, it may end up not being a very easy road to take. But yet you're conflicted as to whether you should move ahead or not. And I'm going to pull one more card for the 9 of Wands. I pulled one for the 7 and the 9. So here you have the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is about moving from one place to another. It could be literally moving, physically moving, or it could be the mental, because, the swords are about mental, is getting yourself from one place to another. And it's almost like you feel like the other place might end up being a better opportunity than the one that you have right now. I pull the Knight of Swords. Okay, so yes, it is more or less a warning. Don't jump into any decisions. If your boat is going to move to the other side of the lake, it will do that on its own. It's going to move on its own. You don't need to force it there. If you force it there, you have the Nine of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands is the wounded warrior, is the person who at the very end feels very defeated. Can be triumphant as well. Like it could be a triumph, and now you're like exhausted from it, and you're kind of getting ready to, I think, finish the battle. Like it's almost like this battle wounded warrior that has gone through the worst case scenario already, and now it's a matter of, are you comfortable where you are? Like now what? Now how you build from there. With the Six of Sword, I feel that it's saying, if your ship or your boat's meant to reach the other side of the lake, it'll get there on its own in time. Don't force it. You got the Knight of Swords to clarify the Nine of Wands. Knight of Swords is a very fast moving, aggressive type of energy. It could be a very good thing, but at the same time, with the Nine of Wands, it's not a very good thing. What it's saying is, if you push something or force something before it's ready, you're going to create a very difficult situation, and you're in the end, it's not going to bring anyone any joy. So whatever decision you're fighting in your head about what to do, if you are trying to choose between two people, if you're trying to choose if you want to leave a current relationship and start another one, you need to let time go by and kind of choose that for you. You can't force that to happen. It is not, what is very clear to me, it is not a decision that you need to make right now. And it's not a decision you can make. It either going to organically happen or not. It's not a decision making situation. It is an organically happening kind of a situation, if that makes sense. The Wheel of Fortune is positive on your side for sure. This is on your mind. The Wheel of Fortune is there. And I feel that you strongly feel that pull. Like you get to spin the Wheel of Fortune many times in your life. And I feel like when it presents itself to people, it's a very exciting opportunity. I think that people see it as an exciting change of life, change of course, a stroke of luck. You can see things that way. Um, but unfortunately for you, the spinning of the Wheel of Fortune is not going to be a black and white situation. It's not a decision that you can just make yourself. And it's a very organically driven type of scenario. Like it needs to happen on its own. If you make the decision, you may find yourself in a very, like you're going to have to defend your position. You're going to feel a lot of darts coming at you. I just don't think it's a decision that you can make. And the opportunity for it to be successful is really not there unless it just naturally happens. What's telling me that it needs to be a very organically occurring situation is the Six of Swords, where sail or no sail, the boat, if it drifts to the other side, it's going to do that on its own. You can't force it. If you force it, you're going to end up with the wounded warrior kind of scenario where it's going to be very exhausting. And at the very end, you may not feel, Sagittarius, you just may not feel like you made the right decision, that you kind of forced things to happen before they were ready to. So this Wheel of Fortune, as much as you want to spin it, You may spin it and it may show you a green light, but in the end, the decision is up to, it's fate, not man-made, is what I'm trying to say. So my suggestion, hold off, don't force things to happen, let it go with the flow, and see where your boat ends. And that's pretty much all you can do right now. So that is all I have for you, Sagittarius. Can't really call it love, and I hate to do that, but it's basically more of a waiting game at this point. Yes, the Wheel of Fortune has presented itself to you, and I would just hold off on spinning it. That's kind of what it comes down to, Sagittarius. All right, that is all I have for fire signs. I will see you all later. Thank you for visiting my channel, Miami Star Tarot. Bye-bye.